Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm as educator would like to uh, deliver my comments to the first speaker. I mean the opening government. In my opinion, the opening government delivered a fairly strong contribution, especially in explaining that Indonesia's problems are not limited to infrastructure alone, but also include issues as education, labor protection, and social welfare that receive less attention. From the matter aspect, they successfully demonstrated the idea of trade-offs in government priorities. When the government focuses too heavily on infrastructure development, political attention and state resources for other important sectors become limited. I also think their analysis regarding corporate influence was quite compelling because they explained how infrastructure projects often benefit large corporations more than ordinary citizens. However, there are still some weaknesses in their argumentation. They did not fully explain why development is no longer the most urgent priority for Indonesia today. In addition, the mechanism showing how political discourse directly shapes policy decisions could have been clearer and more detailed. From the manner aspect, the speaker sounded passionate and convincing, especially in advocating for marginalized communities. Nevertheless, the delivery was somewhat repetitive, and some explanations were too lengthy, which occasionally made the core arguments less clear. From the method aspect, opening government did a good job in setting up the central clash of the debate and identifying the stakeholders who are most affected under the status quo, particularly ordinary people whose needs outside infrastructure are often overlooked. Overall, I would say that opening government presented a relatively solid because they managed to build a strong analysis about the negative consequences of over prioritizing infrastructure development. Although the speech could still be improved with clearer structure and more precise mechanisms.
Good morning, everyone. Today I would like to present my analysis of an English debate competition from NUDC 20 and 23. The debate discusses infrastructure development in Indonesia and whether the government should reduce the overemphasis on infrastructure investment. In this presentation, I will explain the motion, the arguments from both teams, the rebuttals, and my analysis based on matter, manner, and method. This house opposes the overemphasis on investment infrastructure in Indonesian development plans or policies. The government team said Indonesia focuses too much on infrastructure and ignore other important sectors such as education, labor protection, and social welfare. They argued that infrastructure mostly benefits corporations and reduce budget allocation for other public needs. The opposition team said the infrastructure is important to reduce inequality between Java and other regions. They explained that school, hospital, and transportation are still limited in Papua, Maluku, and other land. The government said infrastructure is not the only solution for Indonesia's problem. The opposition answered that infrastructure is the foundation for education, economy, and public service, so it should still be priorities. Analysis based on 3M matter. Both teams had good argument, but the opposition gave clearly examples. The manner the speaker were confident and fluent, although some parts were too fast. The method the debate was organized clearly and each speaker responded well to the opponent. In my opinion, the best speaker was the leader of opposition from University Udayana because he explained the argument clearly and gave strong rebuttals. I think the opposition team should win because they successfully prove that infrastructure is important to reduce inequality in Indonesia. That's my analysis of an English debate. Sorry for my mistakes. See you.
Excuse me, my name is Inala, and here I will explain from the speaker is coming from UGM. The speaker from University of Gajah Mada stated that Indonesia has many problems, moreover, in the infrastructure issues. Problems such as education, poverty, labor protection, and public services are also important. However, the government focused too much on infrastructure development, causing other issues to receive less attention. He has two arguments. For the first is infrastructure reduce attention to other issues because the state budget is limited. Spending too much money on infrastructure causes other factors such as education and public welfare to receive less support. In addition, politicians and the media talk more about development projects than social issues. As a result, people's needs are not addressed equality. And the second argument is infrastructure benefits large corporations more. The speaker explained that many infrastructure projects are influenced by large companies such as mining and palm oil corporations. Infrastructure is built to support their business activities, especially in areas rich in natural resources. As a result, corporations gain more benefits while ordinary people still struggle with poverty, education, and labor protection issues. As the conclusion, he stated that overemphasizing infrastructure is unfair because it ignores other important problems and benefits cooperation more than the people. Maybe that's all from me. Last I say thank you.
Hello everyone, in this video I would like to present my analysis of an English debate context based on one of the video that I have choose. First, let's talk about the motion. Based on the debate, the motion is about prioritizing infrastructure development in underdeveloped areas in Indonesia. Now, I'm going to explain the arguments from the opening government. Opening government argues that there are other more important issues such as teacher welfare and budget redistribution. However, the main problem is they do not provide a clear mechanism. They do they don't explain how the budget will actually be redirected or how their benefit will be realized. So their argument look what the call likelihood. Next, from the opening opposition, especially from Speaker 4, they strongly argue that infrastructure in the key to development. They explain the infrastructure includes school, hospital, and public facilities. When these facilities are provided, people are more likely to use them. From example, if better school are built, more children will go to school. They also highlight that Indonesia is still very Java-centric, so infrastructure development can reduce inequality. Additionally, they argue that better infrastructure can reduce separatist movement, increases foreign investment, and improve human resources. So overall, their arguments are more complete and realistic. Now, let's look at the rebuttal. Speaker 4 does a very strong rebuttal by attacking the look of mechanism from the government side. They also use warm case analysis where even if corporations are bad, they still provide benefit like job and taxes. They also use real life context such as social awareness in Indonesia to strengthen their argument. This makes their rebuttal very effective in convincing. Based on 3M analysis, first matter, the context is very strong with clear logic, example, and impact. Second manner, the delivery is confident and persuasive, although slightly fast. Third method, The structure is very organized, starting from rebuttal, the argument, and their impact. So overall, the performance is excellent. In conclusion, it's believed that opening opposition wins this debate because the provide clear mechanism and realistic impact. Meanwhile, opening government fail to prove how their ideas will actually work. Thank you very much for watching.
Okay, my name is Dylan Artasha Walia. My ID number 2421010600043. Okay, I wanna explain analysis from video debate grand final NUDC 2023 debate. The motion: this House prefer developing countries to prioritize social welfare over infrastructure development. Okay. Analysis of the five speaker get Sita Prajana Virananda or Jana as the government whip from Universitas Telkom. Okay, the matter, Jana delivers strong and deep arguments. He rebut the opposition claim that infrastructure is the main key to welfare by giving an example of a child in West Papua who has a school but cannot easily reach it due to limited transportation access. He also explained that excessive infrastructure development often benefit elites and large corporations more than ordinary people who need education and healthcare. Okay, the manner. His delivery was persuasive and confident. He used storytelling to engage the audience and adjudicators emotional. His intonation was clear and firm, and he used very few filler words, making his speech sound professional and easy to understand. Okay, the method. His speech was well structured and systematic. He began with rebuttal against the opposition stranger, his same argument, and ended with a summary explain why the closing government side was superior. His time management was also excellent because all important points were delivered clearly. Okay, the conclusion overall, Getsita Prajana Virananda or Jana show an excellent performance through strong arguments, convincing delivery, and organized speech structure. Eko, okay, thank you for your good attention.
Saya akan menganalisis salah satu pembicara dalam final NUDC 2023, yaitu pembicara ke-6 dari tim Closing Opinion. Dalam analisis ini saya membahas isi argumen, cara penyampaian, rebuttal, serta menentukan pembicara terbaik dan pemenang debat berdasarkan aspek 3M, yaitu matter, manner, and method. The 60 speakers supports in infrastructure investment in Indonesia, especially for underdeveloped areas such as NTT, Samba, and rural regions outside Java. The speaker argument that infrastructure like roads, bridges, right-ways, and public facilities is very important because many people still have difficulty accessing school, hospital, and jobs. For rebuttal, the speaker responds to government argument by saying infrastructure does not only benefit corporation, infrastructure helps ordinary people directly. Education alone is not enough if people cannot reach school because of parents. The speaker also cited that infrastructure can improve quality of life faster than other programs. Manner. The argument was clear and relevant to Indonesia condition. The speaker explained inequality between Java and other regions well. For manner, the speaker spoke confidently and emotionally. The delivery was persuasive, although sometimes too fast and not fully clear. method, the speaker has rebuttal, explanation, and conclusion. The structure was organized enough and easily to follow. In my opinion, the Deputy Premier Minister from UGM was the best speaker because the explain was detailed, the analysis was deep, and the rebuttal were strong. I think the opposition beach should win because the successfully proved that infrastructure is necessary. Many regions still need the development, and infrastructure helps people access education, healthcare, and economy opportunities. In conclusion, the 60 speaker gave a strong and persuasive speech. The speaker successfully explained why infrastructure investment is still important for Indonesia, especially for underdeveloped regions. Even though there were something mistakes, and argument and rebuttal were still effective and easily to understand.
Hello everyone, let me introduce myself. My name is Avinida Fozia with name 32 The speaker I analyzed came from the opposition side, which rejected the government's excessive focus on infrastructure development. According to the speaker, basic public needs such as healthcare, education, and welfare should be prioritized more than the construction of highways or tall buildings. The speaker argued that infrastructure is often used only as a symbol of government success without truly solving society's main problem. To strengthen the argument, the speakers gave example that many Indonesians still choose to seek medical treatment and job opportunities abroad because the quality of the domestic system is still inadequate. In delivering rebuttals, the speaker rightly challenged the opponent's logic and used rhetorical questions to help the audience better understand the point. Based on the 3M analysis in terms of material, the debate content was quite critical and relevant because it discussed the real social issues. In terms of delivery, the speaker appeared confident and persuasive, although there were still some repeated words. In terms of method, the speakers used direct rebuttals, real-life example, and cause and effect reasoning to strengthen the argument. Maybe enough for me. Thank you for your nice attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.